So as you know, if you watch my videos, I love a bit of tech. And in today's video, I'm going to review the VKTRY Golf Insoles. So carbon fiber insoles, obviously go in shoes that are promising more stability, more distance, and less fatigue. Now, obviously carbon fiber insoles get used in lots and lots of other sports, but there's not loads of golfers using them. I know Padraig Harrington particularly uses this brand. So I'm really interested. I have done a very quick review, but this is more in depth, so I'm going to talk a bit more about the tech and test it and see, do the carbon fiber insoles help you hit the ball further and straighter, just as they promise. So before we pop those in the shoes, I think it's always good just hit a couple with my regular insoles in there to see how my club head speed is, what kind of distance I'm hitting 6-iron, and I would say at the moment I'm swinging decent, so it's a good test for this. That one a little bit clean, but we can see nearly 88 mile an hour club speed, ball speed just under 120, carry just under 170. Let's just go one more. That one felt really solid. So 87 mile an hour club speed, 121 ball speed, carrying at 171. So that's a decent start. So what's always interesting with this kind of stuff is the way we create our energy in our golf swing is we move side to side, we twist and we push. And certainly I looked into these, and certainly a lot of the basketball players are claiming there was more vertical jump achieved with this in there. And you can definitely see that when I bend that down, it kind of just pops back into place like a springboard. But I'm going to pop these in the shoes, tell you how they feel, and then we're going to hit some more shots. And very kindly, the guys at VKTRY have also given me a discount code, 20% off. I'll pop that link in the description, but you can pop on there if you want a pair and pick yourself up a little bargain with these. So I'll be honest, my first thought when I put them in is, and I'm not somebody that's used to wearing kind of particular insoles, definitely feel like they're a little bit thicker than my normal insoles in here. So it makes the shoes feel a little bit more snug. Not tight, but snug. And that's actually not the worst feeling in the world for golf shoes. But certainly in there, it feels obviously the texture of the insole is a bit more noticeable with the shoe. So let's just hit a couple and see if it delivers on what the promise is. So first one felt solid. 89 mile an hour club head speed. Not quite as good a strike, but 121 ball speed, 178 carry. And I didn't particularly try and do anything different there. That's just kind of normal swing for me. And again, 88 mile an hour club head speed, ball speed just over 121, carrying at 177. So it's very noticeable that something in the shoes, and the previous video I did, which I didn't want to go too in depth with techie stuff other than the insoles today, I did use the swing catalyst, and it was noticeable how I did get a little bit more energy back from the ground. Now, being honest, I'm not the best in the world with generating the energy how I could do, but one of the claims is that if you're walking 18 holes, it's 6 or 7 miles round there, you should be less fatigued at the end of that. And I have been wearing these each day for the last 2 weeks coaching. And I would say that my feet haven't felt as sore at the end of the day. Now, they've been typical days for me. So maybe there is something in that as to if you're wearing them all the time, a little bit less strain on your feet. But certainly from a golf swing perspective, you know, when you're swinging the golf club, how you interact with the ground is massive, and the tech available nowadays really highlights that. And the fact that so many other sports really use insoles to help them with performance, it wouldn't surprise me if quite a few men and women on tour are maybe using graphite insoles to get that little bit more advantage, but not maybe sharing that information with everybody. So next couple of swings, I'm going to try moving my weight a little bit differently to see how this helps me pick the speed up. So initially I'm going to work a bit more on being side to side with my movement and see if that's not my dominant force, but let's see if that helps me pick up a little bit. So felt a bit more side to side. 88 mile an hour club speed, ball speed jumped to 124, and carry at 176. Now, normally without these insoles in, I don't see any pickup. Try to be more side to side. So let's go one more. No, lost the strike a little bit on that one. That's usually what happens. But we see that club head speed still 88.5 mile an hour, carried down with the poor strike. So the next way is I'm going to feel like I kind of twist more into the ground. Now, with driver, this can help with me a bit. We'll see a little, don't see it so much with the irons making a difference, but again, in theory, if the insoles are doing what they said, and definitely when I bent it at the start, you can see how it pops back into place. Definitely think when I try and work on feeling I jump a little bit more in the golf swing, might see more off the back of that. So pretty solid. More club head speed at 89.4. Maybe a little bit out of the heel, reducing that to 120 and 169 carry. Right, so let's go one more. Feeling I twist a bit more in my downswing. It's an unusual feeling for me, but certainly there. A little bit more club head speed up at 89.6, ball speed 124, and carry at 178. But out of the three ways we do it, it's definitely the kind of the vertical, like the little jump sensation that I normally see the bigger spike. And like I said, certainly with seeing how these insoles work, I'm expecting, maybe wrongly, this to be the way that I actually might see the biggest pickup. So let's have a couple more with this one. Now, the strike wasn't great. And a little pickup, 89.8. But definitely feel I've got a little bit more in me than that. Felt more solid with the strike. So 91.7 club head speed, ball speed at just under 124, carry at 175. And that's quick for me with 6-iron. It's very, very rare I get up to that kind of speed nowadays. Let's go at least one more. Definitely that little jump for me does feel quicker. Again, 91.5, ball speed just under 123, and carry at 170. So it's interesting, isn't it? It's definitely the jump feel definitely helps me create a little bit more speed. I definitely want to see the insoles bend like they do. That would make sense for me, but also that's how I generate my speed, and I do understand that. So that's actually what I need to be better and better at. Now, if I hit more of a stock one to finish, let's see if now I've been moving a bit quicker, I can take advantage of the movement, but also the insoles. A little bit thin, but what was the club head speed like? 88.3, 117 ball speed, and 162 carry. So did I see more speed with the insoles? Yes, a little bit. And I definitely think there's something in it, otherwise all the other sports that use specific insoles wouldn't be using them, particularly their high-end athletes. Now you might be watching this saying, well, I'm not a high-end athlete, so what kind of pickup am I going to get? I don't necessarily think just the insoles on their own will be a huge amount, but I think most golfers would agree that any pickup improvement, even a 1% improvement, is worth having. And I definitely think there's something in the insoles. So like I said, the guys at VKTRY have very kindly given me a discount code, 20% off if you're interested in a pair. I'll pop that in the description below. But you pop your size of shoe in there, and then you can get those ordered to you and get them sent straight over. And I think for anyone who plays a decent amount of golf, if there's something that maybe takes that little bit of wear and tear off the feet to make it more enjoyable, playing 3-4 games of golf a week, it's something that's worth doing. And they're not the cheapest pair in the world, but certainly about the price of maybe a brand new wedge in your bag. So if it is something that you're looking to get that little bit more out of your game, it's definitely worth trying the VKTRY Gold insoles. But drop a comment, let me know if you've got a pair, let me know if you've seen a difference with your game, because like I said, I do love a bit of tech, and I think it's always interesting when the little bit of tech does what it says.